Alright, once again I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Alright, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, I do not another video here through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Alright, showing you that the Lord is already visiting the world which He had made, you know. So let me play this video here.
Maribel is a school cook in the working-class La Vega neighborhood in Caracas. She's renowned locally for working miracles in the kitchen from the humblest of scraps. But even her art has limits. This Sunday morning, she's reached them, with only flour, water, and a bit of banana to feed her family.
Sometimes I haven't got anything for my children. Often I wonder, how am I going to make it work? And it paralyzes my soul. I'm crying and saying, wow, God, you have to help me here.
The world is focused on the high political drama in Venezuela, but for many citizens, that's all a sideshow to a more intimate, daily struggle. Many foodstuffs are scarce or cripplingly expensive. 1 kilo of rice costs more than a quarter of what most Venezuelans earn in a week. This has become a luxury here. At 7 a.m, people are queuing for bread. Other products have all but disappeared.
Toothpaste and toilet paper, before you had to make a queue. Now it's difficult. There's no queue because we don't see them anymore.
As the bolivar has plummeted against the dollar, it's gotten worse. Scenes like this are common. More and more people reduce to eating from the rubbish. And as families gather for meager meals, the talk is not just of food, but crime. Venezuela has the second highest murder rate in Latin America. Many people have a story like Maribel's.
They came into my house. They robbed us and locked us in the bathroom. They took everything. It was horrible, horrible.
Many blame an unpopular and increasingly authoritarian government.
They're just helping themselves. How is it that they only give us a bag of food every month and they have everything?
But fear of reprisals keep Maribel and many others away from protests. More than 100 people have been killed in the last 4 months of an ongoing political fight. There's also a sense of futility. The government has continued with their plans. The economic crisis has only deepened, and for ordinary Venezuelans, the struggle remains the same: to keep themselves and their children alive and fed. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Caracas.
Alright, so as we can see here, you know, people starving, you know, there no food, you understand? The people and they're crying to most of them crying to the government, they're asking for outside help, but they're entering into Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and His righteousness. You understand? This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, and alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be delivered, but he shall be saved out of it. You understand? So this, right now, Jacob's trouble upon us right now. Right now in Trinidad, where I stay, right? Right now with our gas, they have trouble with gas right now, and the economy crashing. And understanding the money, it feeding away right now. Feeding away meaning that the dollar bill, it's being, because it's worthless. You understand? And very soon people will be eating out of rubbish. The time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. Alright, that is a prophecy. Alright? This is verse 8. It says, for it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Alright, but they shall serve Yahweh their power and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Alright, so right now, the prophets are out there. Alright, they're showing you the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Alright, the Israelite, the Asherah. Understand? Very soon, this trouble is gonna come across here in Trinidad and Tobago and the whole world. Alright, people, well, people dying of hunger and all sort of other things. Alright, there are no toilet paper, whatnot. Now, play this video here. You know? See if I could fast forward this video. Let's see if I got another one. The people eating out that rubbish. People suffering.
She hopes to find something, a little leftover piece of bread, maybe some vegetables. Sanchez also has a 3-year-old son and works cleaning houses. A single mother, she says her husband was murdered, and this is the only way she can feed herself and her children, even if it means getting sick.
Well, once I ate some rice that had worms in it, and I got stomach sickness. I did not notice it, but now, well, I'm going to check before I eat it.
This is everyday reality for the poorest in Venezuela. The country's economic crisis has turned into a humanitarian one, leaving people more and more desperate. Jose Godoy is an unemployed construction worker. He says his hungry children cry to him, asking for food, and he has no choice but to hunt through the trash with many others.
Vemos a miles reventando la basura para poder comer.
There are thousands of us looking through the trash to eat. Thousands, not one of us or 2 or 4. There are thousands who are on the streets looking for something to eat to survive. If they sell something to you, they sell you 2 flour breads or a bit of rice. Sometimes when you line up, there's nothing left. You have to go home without anything.
A Venezuelan living conditions survey found that nearly 82% of Venezuelan households were living in poverty last year, compared to 73% in 2015. According to the survey, 3/4 of Venezuelans interviewed lost an average of 9 kilos over the past year because of lack of food. The Venezuelan government has refused aid from international organizations, including the UN. That's hard to swallow for people like Sanchez and Godoy, who now have no choice but to scavenge for food to survive.
Yeah, so as you can see there, alright, this rubbish bin is what these people are doing for food right now. So what you people are doing? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, fear ye not me. You understand? So are you gonna continue living your life in sin? Are you gonna continue breaking the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Alright. Let's see, watch this video here.
Each day at dusk, the unemployed converge on this sidewalk trash heap in downtown Caracas, picking through rotten fruit and vegetables tossed out by nearby shops. But it's not just the jobless that search through garbage for food. They're joined by many who still consider themselves part of Venezuela's middle class, even though their living standards have long declined, pulverized by triple-digit inflation, food shortages, and a collapsing currency. 19-year-old Josriana Capote comes to this trash heap to help supplement her pantry. She recently completed an internship with Coca-Cola.
In Venezuela, the situation is very difficult. Before, you could get food, but not now. You wait for hours in the line and you don't get anything. So it leads us to come here to see if we can get even a small quantity to be able to eat.
While some come to the trash piles to eat, many more seek the opportunity to earn some cash during tough times, reselling passable produce. Venezuela's poverty had eased under the rule of the late President Hugo Chavez, but it's once again on the rise, and so-called dumpster diving has grown to be a common practice.
I'm doing this due to the need we are facing in our country. Never, not ever, was this seen before. When Chavez was alive, we had never seen this need that we are going through. We go hungry.
Nearly half of Venezuelans say they can no longer afford to eat 3 meals a day. While the government blames political opposition of waging an economic war, those caught in the crossfire do what they can to make ends meet. Noreen Nasser, Associated Press.
You understand? So, these troubles are upon us. Alright? So, the time of Jacob's trouble, as I say, is upon us. So, are you going to continue breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? When this trouble hit Trinidad and Tobago, alright, these scriptures, when these scriptures had to come to pass, and the people them really had to see the terrors of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they start to look for truth. But right now, the famine of the word, alright, is taking its course right now. Alright, that prophecy is being fulfilled slowly but surely. Because right now, YouTube, when you upload that video, when you upload that video, they're cutting it up. Sometimes they're telling you, oh, you can't upload this, you can't upload that. They're taking down your video. And all kind of thing going on right now. So are you prepared? Are you ready? Because if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai not on your side, you're a dead man or a dead woman. Alright? So I hope somebody was edified. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, Shalom.